and go.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Addicted to the Q. Tonight, you got me, myself, Brian, Sofa King. We've got Brad, meets my mistress. Mr. Weekend Bum Kevin Hesse's on vacation or work trip or something. He's always gone. But our special guest is none other than Kell Phelps, NBBQA and Barbecue News Magazine. How you doing?
Good, man. Appreciate you guys having us, and always good to see you guys.
Yeah. Well, we got some really exciting stuff to talk about. You, one, to start off, I missed you. We kind of talked about this off air, but you were at the new barbecue museum downtown KC.
Yeah, man. So honored, man, to be a part of that. National BBQ and Grilling Association's got one of the rooms sponsored there to help those guys out, but just a long time coming, man. This should have been something that was probably put together 20, 30 years ago, but so glad Jonathan and that crew got the opportunity to do it. And I know it's located there in Kansas City or whatever, but how it showcases every aspect of the barbecue world, whether it's seasoning or sides, man. I got to meet Duke, of all things, and I told him, I said, I got to tell you, I said, Duke is my second favorite dog, and their jaw dropped like, what? Everybody loves Duke. I said, I love Duke, but 8 years old, I met Uga, right? And so I bleed red and black, and I've been an Uga fan ever since. So. But Duke is a very close second for sure.
That would have been awesome though, just to go down and see it all. Now here's a question for you. I might try it with Brad's sauce before I do my rub. But what if I go to the barbecue museum and I just slide his bottle of sauce on one of them shelves? Are they going to notice?
Well, I don't know, man. They got a store in there, so they got a ton of products up in there. So. Heck, man, he's liable to probably ask you where the rest of it's at, and put a whole case in there. So.
Well, I have to talk to him because the store that was there, they carried my product, and that was one of their biggest sellers there. So I'll have to.
I have no doubt, man, no doubt. Absolutely,
yeah, definitely.
What store was there?
It's just the barbecue store at National BBQ Museum. A quick pause to thank our sponsors, King Louie Meat Apostle, Barbecue Rub, our charcoal of choice, The Good Charcoal Company, the best drums on the market, Hunsaker Drums, OG Bandits Barbecue and Catering, our instant read thermometers, Warhorse Trading Company, Rum Runners Barbecue out of Florida, Butcher Barbecue. Now back to Brad, Brian, and the bum.
Guess I need to do some research. I saw the museum. I just haven't made the trip up there yet.
Oh, they have a big article on it.
Yeah, so it's just in their foyer. When you walk in there, you can actually walk in there without going through the whole museum, and merch, hats, caps, T-shirts, the whole thing. But then there's probably 20, 30 different sauces and rubs, accessories, spatulas, knives, stuff like that. So,
that's pretty
cool place, no doubt.
Yeah. So where have you just been at recently after that? That was March.
Golly, man. It's all been a blur here lately. Done a couple of caterings here, and I'm trying to think where else we went with the trailer. Golly, that's crazy that I can't even think now.
That's all good.
There, and then I think we went to. Did we go up somewhere in Tennessee? Maybe. No, I think Tennessee, that trip was before the March trip or whatever. But
well, you had the sauce contest, I think,
yes,
in March or April.
Yeah, so the largest sauce, I think we may have just had the largest sauce contest in the world.
That's
right here.
awesome.
And I say that barbecue sauce contest, but 741 entries, I think, total.
Holy cow.
That's a lot. That's a lot of entries.
Yeah.
Man, just overwhelming support. It was just amazing at some of the new stuff. How many new entries and new folks that we had never heard of before. 4 countries, I think. But Barbecue Pit Boys, they did really well out of Canada.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize Jason, one of their guys, has jumped on with NBBQA now, is doing some of the special interest group talks with us, doing business and sausage rubs or whatever type stuff. And golly, man, they're like 1,000 stores in Canada. I didn't realize they were that big. But
Wow.
I just remember watching them cook in the woods, on YouTube.
Yeah.
They were one of the first ones to get started doing that. But
Yep.
they're definitely killing it with their sauces and rub stuff for sure.
Yeah, I just had some of their YouTube stuff pop across. My son and I were YouTubing a bunch of little stupid things, and it all dealt with barbecue and like kids Q and just getting hit because he's excited and getting into it. And
Good.
And one of those barbecue pit boys pops up. I'm like, oh man, we're going back old school now. It was crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, even like Myron Mixon with the original Food Network, was it Food Network he was on?
Barbecue Pitmasters.
Pitmasters.
Food Network, whatever that was.
Yeah, so what was that? Destination America or something like that? Maybe.
Something like that. It's been
barbecue,
on like 3 or 4 different channels now.
Yeah. It's probably the most re-aired series ever, no doubt.
I think so.
But cool. Yeah, we'll get to meet those guys. Yeah, we'll get to meet those guys up in New York. They're at the National Barbecue Festival. We're helping revamp that thing, and it'll be coming up Father's Day there in Long Island, New York.
Tell us about it. So you said you're revamping it, or so it's already been around?
Yeah. So we did it for like 12 years, 11 years down here in Douglas, Georgia. So long story short, my dad and his cook partner started Barbecue News, in 1990. And 2001, they had both retired, and my mom had retired there in town. And, of course, they were doing the Barbecue News wide open then, and it was growing pretty good. But they wanted to do something for the town to give back. And so they thought, well, heck, let's just have a big festival. But with the Barbecue News working with all the different sanction bodies, they didn't want to sanction with one and not the other, and leave somebody out, because there were about 4 major ones. You had the IBCA out in Texas, and KCBS was going good. Memphis in May was actually had the Sanction Contest Network back then. But anyway, so they just come up with some rules that embodied some of each one of the different organizations, so that anybody come to cook it, make it feel like they were cooking at home on their own deal. And yeah, man, we sometimes pull 40, 50,000 people here in our little hometown of Douglas, Georgia. Population about 10,000. So, it was like, it was gridlock there. But so fast forward 2011, my dad diagnosed with a kidney disease, and started dialysis. And my mom she worked a lot of hours on that thing, and brought it to life or whatever. So we just decided it was, we put it on hold for a few years, and never thought it would be a decade before we got it going back again. But we always said if we got it going back, we'd want to do it in a bigger place, just so that it would have the opportunity to be what we envisioned it would be. Because our goal was this. It was real simple. We saw so many people walk past and come visit a barbecue contest and leave just mad because they could see it, smell it, but they couldn't taste it. They couldn't
Yeah.
experience what was going on. So our deal was different, man. I mean, we always had a People's Choice contest. We had some of the best vendors in the country come and set up for us. Um, we'd have 100, 112 teams sometimes cooking in the open event on Saturday. We had an invitational where we invited the top 10 teams from each one of those organizations from across the country. And that was, we paid about $75,000 on a weekend with all the different categories and all that. We even had a kids queue going, um, but my dad passed in 2013, so we talked about it. We said, well, let's just let it go, and we'll find the right place one day. So fast forward to 2025, it's coming up in Father's Day, Long Island, New York. $100,000 purse now is what they're paying for. They're doing an SCA steak cook-off on Friday and a couple of ancillaries, but the main event is Saturday. They're paying the majority of that money, 90 some odd $1,000.
What's the entries on the main event?
I think the entry's like 2,200, something like that. $2,400.
So it's kind of like American Royal type.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, considered the prize money is, and you're only cooking 3 categories, so it's not like you know, what the rules of that thing. We're doing 5 categories total. So we're doing the typical 4: chicken, ribs, pork, and brisket, and then we do the whole hog. But teams have to pick their 3 favorite, their 3 best, or whatever, and that's what they're going after. But grand in each one of those is $5,000.
Nice.
For a category. So it's a little bit of a haul for us down here in the South, but man, I think we already got like 12, 14 whole hogs going to be cooked, and paying 10 places all the way out, trying to make sure we spread the money out amongst everybody. But man, Eisenhower Park, beautiful place, bigger than Central Park. So the potential to grow there is unlimited, really. I mean, it's crazy. So we're excited about that opportunity for sure.
I'm going to have to put that on my bucket list of competitions.
Man, it's an easy one to do. It's probably not real easy to get there, but coming across the George Washington Bridge or going up and then cutting across on a ferry, it's probably a little different there to get on the island. But it's going to be worth it.
I just Googled it. It does look like a really nice park.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, and we're just amphitheater there. It's crazy, man. Be some concerts going on throughout the weekend there too, and our big boy Regulators, Ward G is he's actually going to be cooking that thing, but he's going to be performing as well. So
that's cool.
Pretty cool. I'm excited to see him. He's driving all the way from California. He doesn't fly a whole lot, so yeah, he's bringing his bus and all his cooking buddies and all that. So he's gonna fire up and compete too. So I'm excited about that.
That'd be a fun one to do. That would definitely be a fun one to do.
Yeah, we think so.
Get their RV over there.
Just driving in there, man. I mean,
they don't have to take a ferry or anything?
No.
Okay.
You can come across the bridge, George Washington Bridge there connects it all together. But, you just have to get on the top. They got a top and a bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So you just need to be on the top where I think the bottom is more for cars or whatever.
Yeah.
like 10 foot, 12 foot tall.
I got it, Brian. I've been wanting to go to New York. I've been telling the wife. Why don't next year or so, we and you just team up and we bring the families and we just go cook it.
I'd do it. I'm
You
down.
do it, man. And there's a lot of teams that are doing that. You know, guys are splitting up and dividing up the cost of going and all that. But bringing their wives, some of them staying, 3 or 4 days after. I think there's like, I don't know, 100 and so beaches, different beaches there.
I've been wanting to go to New York City, so.
Well, I mean, we did that
Well,
for
it's
the BBQA awards a couple years ago when it was down in Orlando. Went down there,
Yeah.
did Disney, and I was like, "You guys go have fun. I'm going to the awards for a couple of days," and then went back to Disney.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, so it'll be the same, with a contest or whatever. We always try to have something fun
Yeah.
and different. I think the ancillaries for the SCA are like a meatball, Long Island iced tea, and buffalo wings. I think something kind of New York
Yeah.
like that, but
Nice.
it'll be a good time for sure. And hey man, just fly in there. Hey, we're getting grills and setups for everybody. You can rent an RV now and bring it right there. It's like, I don't know, $200 a night or something like that, but you don't even have to leave.
That's not bad at all.
That's what I was thinking with it being there. Was like, I'd get there, I'd probably have do like a guy did at the American Road, rent an RV where they go, they drop it off at your site, and all you got to do is either bring your grills or talk to someone out there, like if you can borrow this stuff or whatever.
Oh yeah, and we got a ton of folks lined up who are, got grills. They're loaning people to come or whatever. Weber's bringing in a few grills for us, and we just pick and choose Big Green Egg. I think Captain Ron and those guys are coming, bringing 2 or 3 grills with them, but they're doing like a live fire deal, kind of like what we did at the Royal.
Yeah.
Sampling and all that. So they're expecting about 20,000 people to come through there, but we've kind of got the public aspect of it away from the teams. So they can walk through the team area and all that, but it's not going to be right in the hustle bustle of the beer garden and the kids queue or the kids area and all that stuff. So, it should be a good time, man. We're super excited about our partners up there, busting their humps to make it happen in Nassau County for sure.
Nice.
Do you have plans for the Royal this year? Are you going to do another live fire and steak demonstration, or what's in the works for that?
Yeah, so we've talked about it. We're definitely coming to, I guess about a month before Craig Carter's putting on the Carnivore Carnival deal. So we have definitely got that on the radar. And we'll probably setting up doing some demos and stuff there. We may even do a day or two before that with NBBQA, doing an educational class or something, maybe a small not maybe like a mini con, I don't know, just probably a meetup. We probably wouldn't do a full conference or whatever, but we may do that there with Craig's deal, and excited there about what he's got going on, man. That should be a public extravaganza for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, if you do the Royal, you just need to make sure you have like a snowball fight session or something with it being so late.
It was cold last year, kind of already.
Cold and wet, man. I just remember all the rain. And
Saturday night and Sunday just sucked.
Saturday night was horrible.
And I didn't bring my boots, and I just remember my tennis shoes, man, just trying to walk through the trailer, squish, 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 and I'm thinking, oh my gosh.
I was up front because I was helping. What's the word? Herd the kids onto the stage for the kids queue awards, and I just had my Crocs on and my feet were soaked. My socks were soaked. It was.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to huddle under the little canopy that they had, but there still wasn't that much room, and
Yeah.
You know what's bad, man? You know, used to when I was a kid, and I'd go with my dad and Doc Gillis to these things, and you had some kind of little pop up. It wasn't the pop up they have today, but it was more of a four stakes, and one was tied to the back tailgate of the truck or something,
yep.
you know, and maybe a table or two, and then a grill, and that was it, you know. But it's amazing at how sometimes all this other crap we got still never prepared for sometimes some of that stuff. Sometimes it just happens. So
I think it was. It wasn't last year. I think it was a couple of years ago when I went up there to judge it. I was trying to calculate how many millions of dollars was sitting on that speedway. It was.
no,
I
yeah,
said 400 and some teams. Even if the setup's $10,000 average, which some of them are way over that.
oh
That
yeah,
10,000 is pretty not very good at all. Then that's
yeah,
$4 million sitting on there.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot more than that. I mean, when you're
Oh,
looking
I
at
know.
$250,000 RV and they got 100 of them sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
Million
Yeah,
dollar
and I
row.
keep waiting. I keep waiting for a big RV company to jump in the barbecue arena.
Yeah, they got the Camping World is like literally across the street from the Kansas Speedway. I'm surprised they haven't
Exactly.
jumped on it.
Sponsored it or
Yeah,
something. Where they could rent out campers or something for the weekend or do something.
Yeah,
right. Well, I mean, and you know, the way I've always rolled is, you know, anybody who supports Barbecue World, man, I got to go with them first. I drive a Chevrolet, but you know, if Ford jumped in and was probably a big sponsor in a series or one of the big associations or whatever, man, I'd probably swap and drive a Ford. You know,
yeah,
I'm not that brand loyal, but I'm more I'm more sponsor loyal than I am brand loyal. You know,
Yep.
yep,
when we get to that point, but it's kind of like a grill company. You know, we love them all, and so we try to work with all of them that help our group out and our buddies. So um, and we're not above helping any of them out because we know they
yeah.
all, especially the mom and pops. Some of that stuff gets rough sometimes. So
Oh
no
yeah,
doubt. So I
100%.
guess you boys heard the news on the Ace and Weber deal this week.
Yeah, Ace is solely company now selling Webers.
I don't know how I feel
Starting
about
in 26. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what am I gonna do? Home Depot's right down the street. Well, Ace just moved right down the street. I'm like, oh, I'm still good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, it's Ace has been a player, man. They've been serious last 10, 15 years
They've been
in the
it's
exceptional.
up
barbecue
there
world.
barbecue stuff for sure.
Yeah, and you guys know. I mean, you guys have got all the what's the stores there around Kansas City? Um, the chain of Ace.
Oh,
Oh
Ace
my,
Hardware, Westlake.
Yeah.
Westlakes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's a lot down in Texas. You know, in Dallas area, Fort
yep,
Worth. And man, when you walk in those stores, heck, more than half the stores barbecue stuff.
yeah.
You
They
know, whether it's
started opening like
crazy.
removing like a row or two of shelves just to bring grills in, and
Yeah.
I mean they're really opening it up now.
Yep. And I see that. I see that trend getting bigger and bigger now. I mean, even our local store has done some of the same stuff, and that opened up a few aisles, you know, and they used to carry nothing but like maybe two or three little kettle grills or something like that. But now they got a pretty good line down through there. But I think that's going to grow for sure now.
Oh, I do
Be
too.
interesting to see how that goes.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. I have an idea. We're trying to get out of KC and move to where we want to retire. I have an idea for a store and everything, but it's just time consuming. It's getting the business plan. It's getting your contacts together. It's every aspect of it. And then I look going, crap, I need to donate half the crap in my house just so it's easy to move.
Listen, man, If it was easy, everybody would do it, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
I
It's
hear you.
crazy.
Cool, cool.
So, what? Now you're doing Memphis in May. What are you going to be doing up there?
So I'll be doing Smoke Slam. We do this. We do the live fire experience there
Okay.
at Smoke Slam.
Okay.
We'll run over to Memphis in May and hang out. You know, there's Kids Q deal over there.
Mm-hmm.
Last year we actually had the Future of Q,
Yeah.
which a lot of people don't know about, but we let the kids. We set up a magazine just for the kids to kind of share and promote what they're going on, trying to help them get some sponsorship and a little bit more in the bright lights, I guess you could say, that more or less keep the fever going, keep their
Yeah.
fires burning. But
Yep.
last year we did that with those guys, and man, we just caught some flack from parents when we got ready to start talking about doing it again. They were like, "I can't do both. I can't. It's just too much." So we decided to bring those Future Q guys with us over to Smoke Slam, where we're already doing the live fire experience. We got a ton of talent, man. Golly, Al Fragoni, he's always live fire guy. Smoking Magic guys, y'all's neighbors there,
Yeah.
coming. We're excited with them. The Hooray Grills going to be showing out. We got Logan Sandoval, Sonny Moody doing a live fire spot as well. We'll have Meathead
Oh,
bringing
nice.
his new book out. So, and of course, Melissa Cookson, she's a spokesperson of it. She'll be doing her thing all around. And the WL that she's part of, paying $25,000 for a Saturday kids cook.
Wow.
So get little man ready.
Yeah.
Keep him practice, man. Get him down there to get in on that. I think.
Well, him or my daughter, they're both getting the bug. They're liking it. So.
Hey, that's a good thing, man. I think it's like, I don't remember, 10,000 to win, 5,000 to win, something like that. Pretty good chunk of change for sure. But
So
it's
what you're saying to me is it's 9,000 to me, 1,000 to them.
no, man. Come on, dude. You got to take one for the team when it comes to the kids.
Dad tax.
you
That's
get
a new
$1,000,
grill and
$9,000 goes to your college fund.
absolutely.
No, yeah, that's awesome though. I mean, and that's good because I mean, at 10 grand, despite the fact of if it's 10, say it's 5, whatever we help provide for them, plus the sponsors they get, I mean that really does help those children as they get older, looking towards college, and I mean having some funds there to help out with that. That is just awesome stuff.
You know, man, I got to tell you, with the world today being so crazy, you put a kid in a barbecue deal and give him some responsibility, and if he burns the meat, he's got nobody to blame but himself.
Yeah.
And hey, listen, the first brisket I cooked, my dog wouldn't even eat. So I understand that. And man, I got my butt chewed. That was a $75 brisket. Trying to cook, and my dog wouldn't even eat it. So I couldn't even turn it to dog food. But yeah, that's just a way. It's a life builder for kids to, understand how, organization works. You got to play by the rules.
Yeah.
And then, when you do good, you get rewarded for it. So,
yep. No, I agree 100%. Like it's, I mean, and I do. I think like my 7-year-old, the little girl, we were doing skinless, boneless chicken thighs. She wanted to learn how to do it. I'm like, I'm going to tell you when to turn it. Don't run off. Don't go jump on the swing set.
Right.
Like, I'm eating this, so you're going to learn how to cook this. I mean, I'll eat a lot. It doesn't have, it can be burnt and I'll still probably eat it. But it was the responsibility to learn it. I mean, it's great. I think, I mean, I know my kids like it, so.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. So $5,000 is the purse for winning that thing.
That's
That's the
still good,
overall
though.
grant.
That's
That's
still,
huge, man.
yeah.
That's insane.
For a kid, that could keep them going. I could, and not maybe not all year long, but that could keep them going for a pretty good while. And
Yeah, I mean, with the parents'
doing,
help, I mean, I guarantee you that's going to be like a year to 2 years entries into just kids queue events with parents
yeah,
helping because I mean, me, you, anybody's going to be like, okay, I'll go buy your meat, and we're going to help them out.
yeah,
I mean,
absolutely. Whether they lose, win, or whatever, I mean,
yeah,
it's that experience that I'm telling you, it's just a life lesson as far as I'm concerned.
yeah.
But it's not like a team sport. You know,
Nope.
not team sports are bad, but you can always say, well, my buddy didn't get the block over there, man. That's why I didn't score a touchdown. If he'd done his job, I might have been better. But there's nobody to blame when that grill is just you and the grill and what you got going on there. So
No, nobody to blame when you light them coals with charcoal lighter and immediately throw that burger on it and it tastes funky.
Liar
that's
foot.
it. That's it. That's it.
So yeah, no, it's I like it. I like it. So how many future of Qs do you have a year? Is it just the one at Smoke Slam or is it more?
Yeah, so we actually do a project for those guys. So those guys do a issue of the magazine like every other month. So
Okay.
they come out like 6 times a year, and they write recipes. A couple of them will write about their experience at different events. Like
Okay.
we we don't really have a set time when we publish. Um, but we'll definitely publish one after Memphis because Memphis and Mays actually got their own kids queue going this year,
Yeah.
and I think McLeod and the World Food Championship deal with their kids program is kind of overseeing that, but it's a 2-day event. It's Thursday and Friday there, and then winners and all are announced Friday. And then some of them are actually coming to cook Saturday at Smoke Slam. So
Nice.
I know Caden Blake just off the phone with him, and he's trying. He's gonna do it. He's gonna cook all 3 days right in a row, and that'll be interesting. I think the Memphis in May event, Weber's involved, giving them a kettle grill and a couple other things, but it's not like a standard barbecue contest.
Yeah.
Like Smoke Slam is. I think they may be doing burgers or steak or something like that, and a couple other things. But yeah, Smoke Slam's a real deal. Chicken, ribs, pork butt, and brisket. So
Nice.
it's a real deal there. So,
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. And
That's the
what would you
one
say?
that
What? Oh, go ahead, Brad.
didn't Riley win that last year?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I was just looking at the front cover we had of her, and that's where I saw the $5,000. So
Yeah.
she was holding a big check up. But yeah, yeah, man, she's moving on up, man. We get to go to her graduation party 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, three
That's
weeks.
right. Yeah, that's right. She
So
graduates. She's going to the big world now.
yeah, she's having a steak cook-off for her graduation party.
Yep.
So
That'll be awesome.
That's only a barbecue kid would do that.
I only, man, and she's definitely a barbecue. She is a barbecue kid beyond, man. She's all about it, and she is a terrific cook.
Yeah.
She's really talented, no doubt.
Yeah. So how many Kids Q events are you guys sponsoring this year, or are you sponsoring any?
So what we're doing is putting on the kids. So what we try to do is get those kids if they, are going somewhere and they're struggling to get there. They're like, hey, I don't know, but if we're, I don't know if I can make it or not. Then we take a look at it, and then we just throw money there based off of what
Oh, nice.
sponsorship money we've got. But this year we usually, we always auction off the front cover of the magazine every year. Well, at the conference this year, me and Janet both got sick as dogs, man. I didn't even. That's the first time in 30 some years I've never went to an event and didn't make uh, all the festivities or all the events or whatever. I could not go. But I had flu B. Sunday morning I went to the walk-in clinic and passed out there, and so I got a free ride to the hospital. But I wasn't able to do the auction that we normally do for the covers, and that's what we had planned to do was the auction for the covers this year, the front cover of the magazine. That money was going toward the future Q deal. Um, so we're gonna sell the front cover to anybody who wants it coming up, and try to raise that money for some of those kids that
Yeah.
want to go to those events but can't go for some reason or another. Financial situations coming up, but we're trying to
Do you
put
help
some
with
money in the kitty for that.
do you help with the like airfare or transportation to get them there also, along with the cooking materials?
The whole 9 yards, man. We're so blessed with such a big network. If somebody can get there, if the kids can get there, then all they need is equipment. Then we'll put the calls out. Seasoning rubs, whatever it is they need. We try to get it there to them, and if it's getting there, if it's gas money or if it's airfare or whatever it is, um, try to hook it up when we can and help them out with that. And but the only thing we ask is they get involved and do write an article every 2 months or whatever for that magazine. And, just stay involved in it somehow, some way. So
Yeah, that's cool. That is really cool.
It is really cool.
yeah, we're excited, man. It's it's something to see like new folks, old folks, or old folks, grown folks, win their first time, after trying for a year or whatever it is. But when you see a kid walk or get a prize that they earned, and it's not like, everybody gets a ribbon type
Yeah.
deal, and they earned it because they won versus the others. That is, to me, that's the cool stuff that changes lives, and
Yeah.
they'll never forget that. And hopefully, it'll teach life lessons moving on down the road for them as well. So
That is pretty cool, though. That's getting our next generation really involved. I mean, we're helping them to get there is the biggest part. Because once they're there, it's hook, line, and sinker. Now we've got competitors,
right.
for the next 15,
Right.
20 years.
Yep.
That's it. Yeah, and not only that, but then they turn into teachers, and that's one thing with the high school association deal. You love seeing because and I ain't figured out yet why the restaurant industry has tapped into that, but I'm thinking, Sonny's Barbecue and all these big chains, Famous Dave's, man, they should be all over that.
Yeah.
Because as those kids start going into college or get out of high school or whatever, man, they already know what's going on with the pit and cooking, brisket or whatever. They got some kind of idea about it. Man, I would bet they would be 2-3-fold ahead of a normal guy just walking off the street trying to put in a pit room, to pull pork or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would definitely, if I was a restaurant guy, or I would be all over that, trying to incorporate some kind of employment deal, even if it was part time or whatever for those guys, because I feel like they already got the passion to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go see about their fires or whatever it is. That's the kind of people I want helping me at my business for sure. So
Exactly. Well, the high school championships is up here over at the Legends, June 3rd through 6th. So I was going to try to make it like the 5th or 6th, one of those 2 days. If you decide you guys want to come up here, let me know. I'll take the wife's minivan, pick you up at the airport, and we'll drive up there.
You got it, man. And we've got it on the calendar to come up. I'm trying to think. I know that's like 1 or 2 weeks. Is that the week before New York? Father's Day is New York, so 2 weeks.
High school is the very first weekend of June.
Let's see.
So I think it's 2 weeks before New York.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, we'll definitely try to make that. Just fly in for a day or two just to hang out and be a part of that for sure.
Yeah, I know Friday night I'm out because that's anniversary. So happy mama means happy me.
No. Where are her priorities?
Dude, so Mother's Day yesterday, my wife, she celebrates all month long. So our anniversary is Cinco de Mayo. And then, of course, there's Mother's Day. And then we got her birthday comes up on the 25th of May. So we just party all month long. So I just hopped in the middle for Mother's Day. And we're going to finally take a week off sometime in August or whatever and take a cruise. Something I hadn't done in 30 years, 40 years, but try not to get seasick, maybe.
Yeah, Dramamine. Yeah, we're looking at a cruise 2026, 27 right there. We're looking at I've done every one going out of Texas. Now I'm like, let's go to Florida. We're going to try to take one out of Florida. One of the
You're going to say Alaskan cruise.
We are, but we're saving that for when the kids are gone.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to like as much as us. So, and a transatlantic, leave U.S. over to Europe, back to U.S. It's a full month. I'm like, we're doing that when they're in college.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
We're looking at going down Florida, kind of like the equator area, like the Grand Turks and
oh, yeah.
Whatever else is down there.
I love the Caribbean, man. I love
all that
going
weird
down there.
Stuff I've never been to. So.
Yeah, the food down there is just phenomenal to me.
It is.
I love that. Little bit of spice, a little kick to it. And, I used to love a good cigar, Cohiba. What's the deal back in the day?
Yep.
And you can catch them over there and on the cruise ship. But I'll try to see if I can have one or two for you guys when we go. But
yeah. I love grabbing cigars when we're all the way down there. I'll throw them in my shoes and my luggage just to bring them back in. So, I get some of the special ones back into the States.
That's it. Well, maybe with all this tariff stuff going on, maybe we'll figure out how to get Cuban cigars back over here one of these days.
One of these days. Yeah.
I've honestly never had one of those, but I want
a cigar or a Cuban cigar?
Cuban cigar.
Okay.
Totally different, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing that really how smooth it is. I mean, it's like, I don't know if you're a bourbon drinker or whiskey drinker or whatever, but some of those are like night and day. We call it rock gut. Some of them are smooth as silk, and same way. Some of them are make your throat raw from the start, but you get a good one, man, you'll never forget it. And you'll be stuffing your sock drawer full of them if you can.
As you're saying that, I mean, it's literally right in front of me is a humidor.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, I've got a couple still, but those are like my special occasions.
There you go.
So this is the first time in a decade. I'm really interested in the National BBQ Fest. Can we do vendors just to sell rubs and sauces and?
Oh, heck yeah, man. In the public area, absolutely, man. People show up and just do just all that. And here's the cool thing. So it's a 3-day event, right? It's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sunday is nothing but Father's Day. So we got Tuffy coming to a class. Meathead will be there. He'll do kind of a class. But we'll have all these grill guys setting up doing grills at selling like some of the grills that were used in competitions,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be selling them off right there for dads, but they're giving them lessons for free that
Nice.
day before they take their grill home on Sunday. But no competition on Sunday. It's all focused on dads teaching education, and we may even have a kids and a kids class. Ray Barker's coming, little gringo, and so we may actually have like a kids area for the kids to learn and watch her do her thing. And but yeah,
So
that's
it's
all Sunday is about. So it's all about
yeah,
sampling and teaching education type stuff for Father's Day.
100% the works. You got the comp, kid stuff, vendors, live fire, teaching. I mean, that's awesome.
That's it, man.
Brad, we'll have
That's
to look into tag teaming that. Set up a little vendor spot for us to sell, do the comp. I mean, shoot. Make it a full fun time.
The
That's
selling stuff, we might be able to halfway break even if we can sell enough.
Oh,
well, I can tell you, man, the market's wide open up there. It's amazing at how like 8 million people up there and in that vicinity. But one thing we learned probably 20 years ago, HPBA put out a questionnaire and was trying to figure out which region of the country barbecued the most, right? And they truly expected the Southeast, where it's warmer more or whatever. The Northeast grilled more times per week than any other region in the country.
Wow.
And that's the coldest
I didn't expect
place in the country. And so they don't let weather bother them too much. About like those guys up in the Northwest up there in Seattle. I mean, it doesn't matter what's going on up there. Those guys are out and about doing their thing anyway. So,
Of course, if you watch Buffalo Bills games, they're out there in the cold without shirts on, so they're probably used to it anyway.
Yeah. No.
Hey, my goodness. Crazy. But a lot of cool folks up there, and we're excited. I know Bill Gillespie and a couple of other those big name guys, Big Mo Cason.
Yeah.
He signed up to go be there, so I'm excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Excited to see what happens.
Let's see. What were the dates you said? Father's Day weekend. So is it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, or is Thursday?
Yes, sir. No, Friday, 14th, 15th, and 16th of June. I'm sorry.
13th,
14th, and 15th.
Okay.
That's right.
And then load-in would be what, on Wednesday, Thursday?
Something like that. Yep, absolutely.
Brad, we got to look at it next year for us.
Next year,
Yep,
yeah.
unless you fly in, then you once you fly in, man, you're set.
Yeah.
Your deal will be ready when you get there, and you just hop out there and go get your meat and ready to go.
That's awesome. We definitely got to look into it next year.
We should.
I think it'd be phenomenal.
That'll be cool, man. Next year we're going to try to do bring back the Invitational, and we'll probably do it on Friday, and then do the steak cook-off maybe Friday night. And
okay. And what'd you say goes with the steak? Was that the Long Island iced tea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Long Island iced tea, wings, and meatballs.
How do I get to be a judge for the Long Island iced tea? I just want to drink them.
Come on, man. Just put your name on the list. If you're a bad enough man, you can handle it. So come on.
That is one of my favorite drinks when I go to like a resort or something. I would much rather get a Long Island iced tea.
How about that?
Not me. No. I was an Arnold Palmer guy, and then that stopped. Now I'm just like, give me Gatorade, I'm good.
Yeah, when you get down in the Caribbean, that's one thing I've learned. The hotter it gets, the worse it does me, man. So yeah, I'm all about a Gatorade, and then some kind of liquid IV or whatever,
Yeah.
and then maybe a beer too, something like that. But none of the hard stuff for sure, because
I'll do a
I'm not.
daiquiri, a super hard daiquiri, and I'll just be like, how they like have it so smooth. I'm like, no, throw some ice chunks in that bad boy.
That's
I
like,
hear
I
you.
think it was 10 years ago. I went to Cancun and I was like, when in Rome, and I think I ordered 3 tequila shots to start the trip off. That night it wasn't fun, so I don't do
And
that.
that's not your average tequila down there. That stuff
No,
is
No,
crazy.
that's the good stuff.
it's not the rot gut that we have.
No,
It's
no,
No.
it sneaks up on you.
yeah.
Yeah, that stuff it give you the sweats pretty quick. So
Mhm.
yeah,
That's awesome.
no
No,
doubt.
I'm excited for you bringing this whole new again, bringing your National Barbecue Fest back. Are you going to be 100% in New York every year now, or are you going to try to find a nice location every year to put it at?
Nah, I think we're there for the main event. Now we're looking at other towns where we have like maybe other festivals
Mhm.
without the competition. Maybe like the live fire experience or whatever, like we do at the Royal and like what we do in the
Yeah.
Smoke Slam. That's what I've seen where our passion. When we see people getting to understand what barbecue's all about, learn about it, see it, experience it.
Yeah.
To me, that's what really is a cool deal. But we are looking at other towns maybe to hold regional events or whatever. We'll definitely never ever start any kind of sanctioned organization or whatever. I'm not into all that, but we may, and we did it in the past. There's a contest in Derby, Kansas that's actually still going on today that we actually helped them guys get started. We went there 2 years and gave our rules, and we showed up and run an event. It's more like a backyard event type deal to get the volunteers and organizers. We we went to, speaking of New York, we went to Niagara Falls for about 3 years up there in Tonawanda, and helped those guys get a festival going. And then they turned and went to KCBS once they got their feet wet. And, had a pretty good draw. It's the first time I ever met Diva.
Yeah.
Never forget, she won that thing, and whoo, scared me to death. She was way in the back, and we announced her winning, and she got running and started coming, and I was like, I don't. She was running pretty fast too, and I don't think she's gonna stop. But
That's
yeah, that was a lot of good memories there. But yeah, that's kind of what we want to do is help some of these towns get back into creating a barbecue experience for the people.
Yeah. That's cool. If I ever get to the location we're wanting to get to, I'm sure with what I'm doing, we could block a lot of parking spot or a big area off and get you out there for a weekend, do a live fire experience out there, get it all put together.
Heck yeah, man.
Just have you guys out there do it, and I mean, I'd help sponsor it. I mean, it'd be at my store, but yeah, it'd be pretty cool.
That'd be ideal, man. I'd love to work on that. Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah, I got to get the place first.
yeah.
Hey, man, you just never stop dreaming, man. That's the way it works, right?
Yep, that's it.
Just one leg at a time.
One room in my house at a time. I got to empty it first.
I hear you.
Or I could be like Brad, just have a tornado hit it, and I'm good. I have nothing.
Oof.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard though? He did. He lost his trailer. What? How many smokers?
A smoker, but it's okay. I bought 2 to replace the one I lost,
Yeah.
so I'm still on the uphill side. But
Oh my goodness, man. I feel for you, man.
He just got the trailer too.
cooked it twice.
Wow. All I can
Tornadoes
say is I'm
happen.
glad that that's what insurance is for, man. But I know, so Helene hit our county pretty big.
Yeah.
And we're still, I didn't even join the health club. I bought a chainsaw, and
Yeah.
I'm still trying to cut up trees. And I'm kind of worried about termites now, with the trees down and all that. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them all cleaned up and burn when I can. I got a pretty good ditch dug, and so the wind doesn't take the fire off and create more crap for everybody else and my neighbors. But
Oh
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, just don't leave the
but
down
yeah,
tree by the house. I mean, that's definitely not good for the termites. But yeah, it's clean it up as quick as you can. I mean, that's all you can
yeah.
do.
Well, I decided to do that versus get a club, but join a fitness club. But
Yeah.
it hadn't worked any because I'm still eating them barbecue ribs and that pork sandwich and
Hey, it's the point of
slicing
working
brisket.
the work, like burning the calories. You're good.
Right, yeah. I keep telling myself that anyway. So
Look, honey, I'm down a pound.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, and she's really on a weight loss kick. So she's been eating right and doing all her stuff or whatever. But I can't hang with her, man. I'm a sugar freak. I gotta have the sugar. So
Yeah.
and that I know
Well,
that's what kills me.
muscle weighs more than fat. Just tell her you're just gaining muscle. That's all it is.
Yeah. Hey goodness. Yeah, I wish. I wish.
I'm right there with you. I mean, a good Snickers or Butterfinger. I mean, I love that so much. And then, or
Cosmic brownie.
ice cream, I'll eat ice cream every day if I could, but I know I
Oh
can't.
yeah.
So I'm
Right.
like, my wife's on the health kick, the diet kick, and I'm just like, you know what? I'll watch what I eat, but then there's this tub of ice cream that 1 spoon a night for me, and that's what I'm giving myself. Like, it'd be
Right.
gone already, but I'm like, I'm trying.
I'm trying. I
I
hear you.
watch what
Yeah,
I eat
same
too. I
way.
watch it go right in there.
I call that my seafood diet, man. When
That's
I see
right.
it, I eat it. So,
Yeah, yeah,
and I'm the same way, man. When I get to driving, I'm one of these guys that, I mean, I can probably drive 18, 20 hours, straight. I've done that, and it's just part of the deal, right? But
yeah,
when I start getting a little bit fatigued, a little tired, I can't grab a coffee. I mean, in the middle of the summer during the day, if I'm tired, I'm not grabbing a coffee. I'm getting a Coca-Cola and a Snickers bar, like you say, or
yep,
some kind of probably something salty and sweet. Like you
yep,
say, the ice cream deal, the Blizzard. When Dairy Queen did that, that was the worst downfall in the world. With the
yeah,
Reese's peanut butter cup all mixed in the ice cream,
yep.
that was my death right there. So
We'll hit Sonic, and I'll do the banana Boston cream pie with Reese's peanut butter cup
oh my gosh,
on
that sounds terrible.
their
I mean, that
whatever
just
their
sounds
Blizzard
like
form is. It's
sounds
it's
like
good.
20 pounds right there.
Yeah. Trust me, it is. I'm just like, okay, but no, like long drives. Like, we're going to Gulf Shores, so that's what 15 hours for us. Mountain Dew before we leave. About the 7-hour marker, Mountain Dew. About the 12-hour marker, Mountain Dew, and then we're pulling in like with the 2-hour drive left, but I'm pulling in somewhere for the kids to sleep for the night.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm like, I can do it, but they don't want me to. Hey, that's fine.
Right.
So yeah, I get it.
Hey,
It's that sugar rush.
that's it. That's it. Absolutely.
So, well, Kel, we're about out of
Yes.
time.
Thank
I
you for coming
appreciate
on.
you coming on. I'm looking forward to seeing you June 3rd through 6th sometime. And
We're gonna sure try to be there, man. Absolutely.
yep, I'm really looking forward to hearing more about the National BBQ Fest, how it goes, and then hopefully talking into Brad to make our way out there next year.
Absolutely, man. You guys come on. We'll be ready for you. No doubt.
Sounds
if you make
good.
the Royal this year, definitely going to see you then.
Yeah, man. We'll be around. We'll be down there. So I'll look you guys up, let you know, keep schedule, and we're trying to pick up the social media deal where people knows where we're at ahead of time a little more. So yeah, let us know, man. We'll definitely be in your way coming pretty soon, no doubt.
Yeah,
Sounds great.
We'll come down to your event down there, your little space, and take some video of everybody doing their stuff.
Yeah, man, you got it. Absolutely.
Awesome. All right, thanks a lot, Kel.
Yes, thank you.
Hey guys, appreciate y'all, man. Keep it smoking. We'll see you next time.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks.